Alright, a couple of you wanted to see this polyatomic ion 8 trick. Okay, this is a method that you can use in order to get it back over here. In order to memorize quite a few of the polyatomic ions. Okay, and how this works is would be the first element in all of the, not all, most of the eights. Okay, when I mean eights, I'm talking about, all right, this is Cl. It would be chlorate. This one would be nitrate. This one would be carbonate. The S would represent sulfate. Why would I put the E there? Only. Alright. Only I would pull something like that off. The CR represents chromate. And lastly, the P would represent phosphate. Alright. Squeeze the in. Alright. Let's investigate what we're talking about here. Okay, this would be the first element of these respective eights, the 6 of them. And how it works is you have the charge up top, -1, -2, -3. And you have the number of oxygens on the bottom. Okay, what I mean by that is, if we're looking at this, I'll switch colors. ClO3 is -3. Okay. Onward, and I'm not going to do them all. Onward, you would have NO3 is -1. CO3 is not -1. The divider, this divider here represents the divider between -1 and -2. CO3 is actually -2. Okay, so CO3 is -2. It's my carbonate. All right, next we have S, and we're not on the 3's anymore. We have our S, it goes to the O4, and it's -2. Okay, that's our sulfate. Then we'd have our CrO4, which is also -2 for our chromate. And then our last segment would be over here in the -3 section, PO4. Okay, PO4 being our phosphate. What does this actually give us? Well, if I was going to write them all out, we have chlorate. And if you know chlorate, you should know chlorite. And NO3 is nitrate, so we have the nitrate. And if you know nitrate, you should know nitrite. CO3 is carbonate, so we'd have the carbonate. And if you know carbonate, if you know what carbonate is, you should know also hydrogen. Carbonate. Alright, you can see what I'm doing here. I'm incorporating the 8-8 rule and the hydrogen rule to see how many we actually get with this handy dandy little 6 element chart. S represents sulfate. And if you have sulfate, you should have sulfite. And if you have sulfate, you should also have hydrogen. That's my O. And CrO4 is chromate. You could almost put dichromate on this list. Last but not least, PO4 is phosphate. And if you know phosphate, you should know phosphite. And if you know phosphate, you should know hydrogen phosphate. And if you know hydrogen phosphate, you should be able to figure out dihydrogen phosphate. All right. So I took our list and I basically, it's very powerful. It has all the 8s. Okay, so it has all the 8s. So we have our chlorate, we have our nitrate, we have our carbonate, we have our sulfate, we have our chromate, we have our phosphate. Okay, we have those 6 with this chart. And with our 8 rule, our 8-ite rule, and the hydrogen rule, I multiplied that to get, I believe there's 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so I was actually able to get 14 out of this little chart. It's pretty powerful. Okay, if you're still struggling with the polyatomic ions, this might be an avenue for you to study from and to maybe quickly replicate the chart if you had to, in order to figure it out from there. In essence, you'd be memorizing the chart instead of all the names. Does that mean that there's other things out there like your acetates and your peroxides and your permanganates and your dichromates and your cyanides and your hydroxides? Absolutely, and your ammoniums. I believe I just named all 7 of the rest. Let me actually see if I can do that really quick. This is 14, which means we're missing 7 of them. NH4 plus 1, CN minus 1, OH minus 1, MnO4 minus 1, O2 minus 2, Cr2O7 minus 2. Am I missing 1? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm missing 1. It's escaping me. I do not have the list in front of me. But you can see that it takes a little bit of the difficulty of actually memorizing all those when you have the vast majority in the bag already. All right, so this is the polyatomic ion cheat sheet that a student developed, and I thought that I would share it with you. And of course, as soon as I hit stop, I realized what I forgot, and that was the acetate ion, which is C2H3O2 minus 1. All right, it dawned on me.